Last year, I managed to visit every single forbidden planet in the UK. Almost 800 miles, 53 hours over 2.5 days, an abundance of people telling me I didn't go to Glasgow, Leicester, Nottingham, Cardiff, and Coventry. They are international, they are completely different. So I did do the challenge. Regardless, thank you for watching. The video recently hit 10,000 views, so that is an absurd number. I decided to do the same thing again this year, just not with Forbidden Planet. I decided to try Travelling Man all in one day. There are 4 stores in total in the north of England. Unfortunately, I'm in the south of England, in London, and I don't really know the north that well, so I think this time I'm gonna need a guide. Hey, Piglin! Rude. After managing to sneak into the Manga hotel and having a good night's rest, what better way to start your morning than to read manga? As you've seen from her videos, Caitlin has a huge selection to choose from. And as a guest at Hotel Caketinz, this was the perfect opportunity to read something that wasn't in my own collection. And rather than reading a whole volume, I decided just to go for chapter 1. It took a couple of hours as most of my time was spent contemplating what to read. Now the trip itself was pretty simple. 4 stores across the north of England, starting in Manchester at 10 o'clock, then moving over to Leeds, York, and ending in Newcastle before close at 6 p.m. We had to travel a total of 143 miles in the space of 8 hours. Now, I did a ton of planning the route, looking at closing times, train timetables, making sure we had time for food breaks, as well as important discussions with Caitlin's before the trip.
She farts all the damn time, and because she's so furry, you can't even see her bum. So when she poops, sometimes it doesn't all get in the litter tray.
So Manchester opened at 9 a.m. and we were already 30 minutes late because Caitlin couldn't wake up on time. Not a morning person. Obviously, the goal was to hit all 4 stores, but I did make a small challenge for myself.
The first Travelling Man, my job is to buy more volumes than Caketinz. I just need to not spend too much money at the same time though.
I kept this a secret as that way she wouldn't unlock her secret ability, unlimited money. So far, so good. The Manchester store was really nice and spacious. They had a huge selection of hardbacks and even some box sets that I don't regularly see in store. I also took this opportunity to sign up for a loyalty card. Caitlin told me she had no response from the Travelling Man social media team. But on the day, they literally treated her like royalty, even giving her 10% off of everything that she purchased in store.
I was told to give 10%.
You get special treatment. That means you have to buy my manga as well. I want 10%.
Yeah, you've got all shops as well. I don't know if I was supposed to tell you, but I told you now, so.
Sadly, she wouldn't share their generous discount. After Manchester, we were actually making really good time towards Leeds. It was only around 1 hour by car, and we arrived exactly at 12 o'clock. But then we hit traffic for 30 minutes and we were literally 2 seconds away from our parking spot, putting us a little bit behind. But as long as we picked up the manga, that's all that mattered. Leeds have all their manga on one wall, which is visually pleasing to the eye. Also means you don't have to walk around the whole store and potentially miss anything. And it was around this time I felt like Caketinz was finally waking up. Though I wanted to purchase more manga than Caitlin, I had a set budget of £200, which didn't include any food or travel, and with Caitlin paying for 2 people and all the travel, figured that would be enough for me to have more than her. I picked up another 6 volumes in Leeds, which put me tied with Caitlin. With a healthy wallet and 2 more stores, I was still hopeful. It was here that we left the car and took a train to York, which was fine for Caitlin. She could leave all her books in the car, but me, I had to travel with everything. We skipped lunch so we didn't lose any time, but we didn't really gain any time either. Just got back on track. It was really amusing seeing Caitlin being greeted in every store by the staff members. I didn't think she'd be this shy and timid considering all the abuse I get from her. The York store was my favourite so far, with the whole back area being exclusively to manga and anime merch. It was also elevated, so it really made you feel like you were superior to everybody else in the store. Like you're looking down on everybody not purchasing manga. I feel like I still had this one in the bag because I picked up 11 volumes. She picked up 9, but I'm pretty sure 3 of them were still Ben's, so I'm not counting those. I have a clear lead at the moment, but it all comes down to the final store, the final stretch. And this was definitely the longest part of the journey, an hour train ride from York to Newcastle. Though we had made up time leaving York before 4, we hadn't eaten anything all day, but Caitlin persuaded me to get first class tickets, which did include food. Though I still don't believe that the food was free, and I'm still waiting for my bill. Newcastle Travelling Man closes at 6, and we were walking the streets of the northeast by 5 p.m. Plenty of time to spare. Like York, the manga was right at the back of the store, spanning 2 rows of shelves. But unfortunately, I'd hit my budget. So this last stop was gonna be a small one. How many do you have?
I don't know. There's like numbers. They're all 50% off.
Now, at the time, I couldn't do the math quick enough, but I saw she had a massive pile and I was worried that she was going to beat me. So I remembered the previous week she had won the marble race where I gifted a bunch of manga and I said I would buy 3 of her volumes for her. So she did pick up 9 volumes and I was only able to pick up 6. But if my calculations were correct, that put her at 30 volumes and me at 31, the grand winner after all 4 traveling men. All I had to do is go to the front, pay, watch Caitlin pay for hers, and then I would tell her my challenge. And then she went missing, and then I realized she was at the back of the store still. And then when I walked over, I was left disappointed.
Is this what you're buying?
Why are you being so judgmental?
Because I think I had a bet that I could buy more volumes than you, and I think I beat you until this.
Who did you have the bet with?
Me, me, my bet against myself. Say no. Then do it for me. One last thing. How many volumes do you have?
I don't know.
I'm disappointed in myself. I've lost. Well, my challenge is defeated. This is just a small part of what she's bought.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I think this totals what I've purchased.
In the end, her grand total was, I think, stupid. More than my 31 anyway. She did a manga haul about it all and yeah, I was just disappointed. But despite the loss, I had a great time. Caitlin and Ben are great company and I would definitely do that again. It was sad to see them leave because I did spend the last like 24 hours with them, but she did beat me. I'm a little bit salty. There was no stress, no disagreements, no arguments. The trip went absolutely perfect. We also scheduled plenty of time for the traveling men food, and because we didn't eat anything, we were able to also visit all the Forbidden Planets internationals in Newcastle, not Newcastle, in Manchester and Leeds. The only thing I wish I did was bring food in my suitcase. That would have been more beneficial. That way I wouldn't have to stop for anything or go hungry. Next year, Caitlin wants to do this again, but with more people. So go to the Dudettes Discord, go to the off-topic section, say that D sent you, and tell her that she needs to give you manga for free. And tell her to sign you up, and we will see you all next year. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.